Late in the afternoon, hearing some stranger's room. Oh, yeah. Sing it, John, you crazy nut. Wow! Woo! Woo! That's John's great fucking masterpiece. I'm losing you. And my favorite version of that song is him doing it with Cheap Trick, and that didn't make the album. My favorite, yes, my favorite is of Lena doing it when she was channeling Sarah Vaughan and Nina Simone. She accompanied herself on piano. We'll put the link below. It's absolutely brilliant. You know who realized that? Cornelia, who's right here, by the way. Hi, Cornelia. We're talking to an old friend. She's crossed over now, but she was one of the first fellow twin flame couple people that I met. She introduced herself to me. She reached out after seeing our videos several years ago. She is the twin flame of In Excess's Michael Hutchence, yes. And she said that cover of that song, you could be no one else but John Lennon's twin flame. That's the feeling I get when I hear you do that song. And I was so... She put it up on her website. And she crossed over like several months after we met each other on Facebook. Yeah. I was like, finally, I have somebody who I can talk to about what's going on here. This was back in 2014. Yeah. I finally know another woman who is going through almost exactly, because Michael Hutchence was a huge sex symbol. And she had women who were very, very jealous of her and very, nasty about it. Yeah. And it was the same thing. They looked alike, not exactly alike, but you could see it. And she was an artist, she was a musician, and she was also a tremendously powerful psychic and a really hip woman. And she died of sudden heart failure. She was only in her 50s. She was all excited. She was also married, had an earthly spouse, was expecting her first grandchild, was completely over the moon about her daughter having a baby. And the next thing I know, she crossed over in her sleep. But I always say that's the way I want to go too. I'm working on that, honey. Yeah, thanks. We're not being grim, but if you're going to go, that is the way. And as Cornelia is saying right now, it was a very easy passage and not really that rude of an awakening, because she was immediately greeted, led to the other side by her twin flame, Michael. But and she says, she assures me that her daughter knows that, and her grandchild, they both know her, and she's able to communicate with them. I'm not surprised. She's a very strong psychic. Now, how are you feeling? How am I feeling? Okay, intercepted you there. Yesterday's channel with Ian Dory, who happens to also be Yungblud, put me out of commission for the rest of the night. I took some kava and I went to bed. I was fucking fried. The reason for that, John, the reason for that is because Yungblud is still on the earth right now, and he is phenomenally, he's got a lot of attention on him and a lot of energy coming and going. He's a transmitter and a receiver at this point. And he's in the same boat as you, Lena, only he's really, really in the public eye. And it's, Ian Dory came in to talk to you yesterday while Yungblud was in a very deep, deep sleep, meditative state, and a deep, deep sleep. It was the only way Ian Dory could come over and talk to you for a short while. And even then, it was a longer visit than we thought it was going to be, and we sort of paid the price for that. You had to put a blindfold on, keep your eyes covered, and lie in the dark and sleep the night. Yeah, this channeling, folks. And so that is, but this is exciting news that Ian Dory is Yungblud. Thank you, Ian, for coming through. He's nodding. Again, I can communicate with Ian in the other dimensions. Yungblud is down here in the 3D, but Ian Dory was communicating with us yesterday, from what I understand, from the 13th dimension. the 13th dimension, also fluctuating down to 9 when the channel got too intense for me. Remember, I'm the human person doing this. Yeah. Starting to feel a little bit of blood pressure right now, so I think I'm going to probably take some extra magnesium. And is there anything else we wanted to talk about? Well, you're losing your train of thought because you're all getting a little cloudy. Um, we'll be talking about the origins of I'm losing you too, but right now is not the time for that. But it was a song written about me losing the signal to Lena in the late 70s, being nervous because she was so close and yet so far, and also you losing my relationship with Yoko. In a sense, we were really on different wavelengths, and Yoko was a big part of keeping my channel with Lena strong. Again, Yoko was instrumental in helping me find Lena, helping me locate Lena's father and hire him as a contractor for my building. It was all tied up in one, but me and Yoko were kind of not seeing eye to eye on a lot of things. I was very busy with Sean, but again, I was really kind of flying solo and trying to figure out now that Lena was almost 18 years old, how I was going to make this whole thing work and how I was going to ultimately connect. And I'm losing you was the fear of losing both of those connections because I needed Yoko too. At least I really felt I did. Yeah, I did. I was having trouble navigating. I couldn't navigate alone. Want to take just half a break and take some magnesium and pause it? All right. Yeah, after the Ian Dory video yesterday, you can go back and look at that. Ian Dory is Yungblud. I had a couple of nice people from Reddit actually contact me privately and say, I am a channel as well. And I know that that can be like really, really dicey, especially if you have blood pressure issues. And I always have. And the reason I have always had blood pressure issues is because of the fact that I am like all over the place dimensionally. Always was. Yeah. Always was. And that's like the weather affects it too. The blood pressure, and today is really brutally cold out in New York City, and it's the temperatures are plunging to like close to zero at night. So that affects me too. But thank you out there for your concern about my safety while channeling. Yes, I know. And as you could see, I have John and David Johansen and David Bowie. I have all these guys. I have Joey Ramone on the case, um, Freddie Mercury, Lou Reed, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan. Those are just some of the home team players. The Allman Brothers up there. I just like showing you their pictures because these are like my spiritual brothers. The Wilburys. Elvis, yeah, George Harrison, of course. And I have a lot of people on the home team that are still alive down here on Earth that are helping me out. Spalding Gray, how are you, dear? Spalding, interesting. I was reading more up on Yungblud. We'll have to get Ian Dory's picture up here too. Yeah. Because Yungblud apparently had tried to commit suicide a couple of times. And everybody you're looking at in that little mural there have all tried it. A lot of people, and this is a wildly talented person, and used to be hi Bill. You know, what do you have to say about that, Spalding? I noticed that. First of all, I just want to say that I miss you when you don't talk to me a little bit. Just talk to me a little bit. All right, just a little bit. I can help you out with stuff. All right. Okay, I can give you clarity. You ready for clarity? I can give that to you. All right. Here it comes. Not quite. Hi, Keith. Keith Moon is here. Hiram. There we go. There's your clarity. Deep breaths. The yoga breathing is helping you a lot. That's true. Let me go do some of that now. I have a new breathing apparatus that I use just to get my lungs really, really full. John, where are you? I'm right here, honey. But this is your family, and they all just want to check in and tell you how much they love you. Hi, Linda. Yeah. Hi, Mo. Richie. Hi, Brian. Hi, Father George. Hi, Nels. Hi, Mel Evans. Oh, okay. David Lynch, how are you, sweetheart? Yes, I'm good friends with Sherilyn. That's wonderful. Yep. Hi, Frankie. Hi, Dean. Hi, Bing. Hi, Stella. Hello, Beastie Boys. Hello, Beastie Boys. Oh, that's a great picture. Hey, Adam. Hi, Mom. Hello, Ryan, Jerry, Tom, Gary, Jimi Hendrix. What else we got down there? Hey, Bob. Yeah. There ain't no, it's not like you got a train to catch. The train's coming your way. You don't got to run for it. All right, great. Hi, Sid. Why can't I tell who that is? Because it's curling up. It's all right. I know Jimi Hendrix is here somewhere. But I can't tell who that is. Oh, I think it's, oh, I can't tell. Anyway, so John was saying, I'm saying that, Lena was saying what we don't do as much channeling as we used to with a lot of friends. There's a reason for that, but they all love you, and I know you love them, and they don't feel neglected at all. All right. Nobody feel. Hi, Nelly. Hey. It's a regular kangaroo court. Yeah. Kangaroo court. There's my boss Eugene, the lawyer. Everyone's so damn clever out here. Out here, yeah. You're seeing things differently. Yes, Mommy, a little bit. It's hard not to. Yeah. Hi, David. Hi, Mara. You bet your ass. Yeah. Hi, Michael. You got to get going, kid. All right.